Hello again, everyone. Today's video is going to be a math video on negative numbers. And I'm going to go over some key words for negative numbers, using them in context to get a better understanding, show some examples, and then finish it up with a bonus activity. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at negative numbers now. So to start off the topic on negative numbers, I've got this little reading activity here called Explore. Let's go ahead and read it really quick here. Gus and Elok are putting numbers on this number line. What do you notice about the number line? Find the missing numbers. So before we find the missing numbers, I just wanted to ask, looking at this number line here, which numbers shown are positive on this number line? So as you can see, we've got several numbers up, and the positive numbers that I'm going to be showing are numbers 1, 3, and 4. Second question I'm asking is, which numbers shown are negative here on this number line? So the negative numbers that we see here are -5, -2, and -1. So the original question is find the missing numbers. So if we're looking at this number line, we know that showing here is -5. So then we also know that the missing number next to it is -4. And then the other missing number is -3. Then, of course, we have -2, -1, and then we've got 0. And on the positive side, we've got 1, and the missing number there is 2, as well as 3 and 4 being shown. So this is just a little explore video about negative numbers. Now, the math words you see on the bottom here, positive number, negative number, 0, number line, and explain, we're going to look at those more closely in some more context. Let's go ahead and take a look at another example now. So here we have another number line. The top here says our number system uses positive numbers and negative numbers. As you can see here, this number line is showing which direction negative numbers go and positive numbers go. Okay, now in my opinion, I thought this was a bit vague to do, and so what I've decided to do is add a little more information about this number line with negative numbers and positive numbers, addressing the questions and information that you see here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. So as you can see, I've got this little more detailed number line here that shows negative numbers with a negative sign decreasing, then positive numbers with a plus sign that shows increasing. Okay, and the information that you just saw is right here again. So let me just read off to you the details about what this negative line, this number line can do here. So negative numbers are to the left of 0. So as you can see, all the numbers here in red are to the left of 0, and they're negative. Positive numbers are to the right of 0. So as you can see, all the positive numbers are in blue and they're moving to the right. Okay. Negative numbers get smaller as they move further away from 0. So if we got 0 here and we start moving away, we've got -1, then -2, and then as we move further and further away to -10 and beyond, the numbers are actually getting smaller. So then my question is, what happens to the positive numbers? So if we've got 0 here and we have the positive numbers moving this way, we've got 1, then 2, then 3, all the way up to 10, you can clearly see that the positive numbers get bigger. Okay, so the number gets bigger. Okay. One thing we need to keep in mind is that we read -10 as -10, not -10. And I'm wondering is why, can you think why? Why would we call negative 10 here negative 10 and not minus 10? Why is that? Well, the reason is because minus 10 actually means to take away or subtract. For example, 10 minus 8 equals 2. Or you can take 10 subtract from 8 is 2. That's what that actually is meaning. Okay, now I know it's pretty common for us to say minus 10 or minus 6 or minus 2, but it's actually not the way to say it. You're supposed to say negative 10, negative 6, or negative 2. That's the correct way to say it when we're talking about negative numbers here. Okay, so let's continue on here. So I got some questions I want to go over just to kind of get you more familiar with negative numbers and how they work. So I got this, again, I'm using the same number line, and I got this problem up here. And number 1 says, read and say these numbers. Is each number to the left or right of 0? So just as I showed you earlier, all the negative numbers here are to the left of 0. And all the positive numbers here are to the right of 0. So I'm just curious, which side do these numbers fall on? Such as negative 5. Where does negative 5 fall? Is it to the left or to the right of 0? Negative 5 obviously falls to the left of 0. Negative 25 is also a negative number, so we know that that also falls to the left of 0. Negative 12 is also another negative number, so that is to the left of 0 as well. Now we've got number 25 here, and even though these numbers are not on the number line, you can clearly see where the direction is going. So we know that 25 is to the right of 0 because it's a positive number. And number 34, does that lie to the left or to the right of 0? And we know it's a negative, so we know it's going to go left of 0. Okay, I've got 2 bonus activities. I got a couple of things to do in here. So for number 1, it says fill in the missing numbers. And for number 2, complete each sentence using the words in the boxes. You may use the words more than once. Now, I hope you read that carefully, because when I do tests and exams for my class, sometimes I will say you may use it more than once. So if it tells you use it more than once, use it more than once. If it doesn't say use it more than once, you can only use it one time. All right, but here it's very, very obvious. You may use it more than once. So here are the words. I'll read through them real quick. So we got 0, positive, on a number line, to the left of, to the right of, negative, and is placed. So for letter A, the number negative 10 is, you take those words and you make a complete sentence out of them, please. For letter B, the number 10 is, and again, you take any of these combinations of words and you make a complete sentence. And remember, a complete sentence has a capital at the beginning, a period at the end, and I will most definitely want you to include that. Okay, and this is why I did this lesson today, because it's got a huge integrated lesson with both English and math as well. Okay, and I will leave an answer key in the description down below for the bonus activities so you can look at it. So I know I haven't done that lately because some of the other videos have had a lot of possible answers, so I didn't want to like put in a bunch of answers, but this one will definitely have some set answers, so I will leave that for you in the description down below. So that is my video for negative numbers, and I just wanted to give you some examples. I wanted to have some English reading involved to demonstrate some comprehension skills. I really found this topic pretty interesting, and what I found to use for the reading part, I wanted to make a video on it. So that's why I did that. Okay, so that's it for today's video. And I appreciate you, as always, spending part of your day with me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.